Hello, and welcome to my low effort review of Once Human. What does that entail? It entails me not adding anything because I'm going to do everything and explain everything from where I'm standing right here. And if that doesn't entice you to play that game, then it just wasn't for you. What is Once Human? It is a free to play open world survival game that's third person and has rem aspects of like SCP type story. Um, Looting everything that's not nailed to the ground like Fallout 4, and gameplay reminiscent of a low-budget Remnant. Yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. This game is a solid 5 to 6. It's average. It's pretty good at times, then other times it is like, what were these people thinking when they were doing this game? I'm not much for story, so I'll leave that out to the end. But gameplay-wise, it feels good. Feels like feels like a low-budget Remnant. You aim over the shoulder. You can ADS by just clicking down aim. It's PC only. Keep that in mind. You cannot play this currently on console. It's supposed to get a mobile release in the coming months. September, if they get their shit together. How that will look, I don't know. I'm reviewing this. It feels very good. Gunplay feels nice. You aim and you bullet hits where you're aiming. Hitboxes are very good too. I've had bullets whiz right past my head and not hit me. It's it's been pretty good. PvP wise though, don't play PvP. The game is fucking garbage PvP. Everyone lags everywhere. Bullets don't register. They don't even fly. It's if you play PvP, you're going to have a terrible experience. So play PvE like I am. Um. So what do you do PvE? Well, you go around the map. You can go progress the main story to unlock more that you'll be doing. You'll hit the raid bosses, and you'll hit like mini dungeons, and that's what you're going to be majority of your time. You're going to be filling out your map, going from area to area, collect your mystical chests, defeat a few enemies, and you get the little checkboxes on things that you care about. Mainly mystical chests, because that's the only thing that ever matters. Why do mystical chests matters? Because that's where you get your weapon blueprints, so you can unlock new weapons and armors. Why does that matter? Well, because you don't want to fucking die and eat shit. You don't want to eat shit, do you? Then go get those chests and get better guns. Stupid. Now, the main thing that will be a turnoff to this game will probably be that it's on a 6-week period of where you have 6 weeks on your server, depending on when the server made, that it's just going to reset on you. And you'll lose all of your map progress, most of your story progress, and most of your items. What do you keep at the end of the 6 weeks? You keep your blueprints, so you can make the items at the start of the next season, and you can carry a few things over apparently from the things that go into your offline chest, because the offline mode is just the builder mode. And you spend points to bring that stuff into the next season. I don't know what all you can bring. We're not there yet. We haven't hit the end of the 6 weeks. But depending on how that goes and how much I can bring over, I won't be playing this anymore. Like, losing all of your stuff, and depending on how much you can carry over on a 6-week period it's kind of asinine. And I don't blame anyone for not playing this game because of it. Even though it's a free-to-play. So, what else is good about this game? You go around, you do your quests, and you get little paper boys. Your little paper boys will clean up your base, keep everything nice and spiffy. Each little paper boy and a little special deviants, you just capture SCPs. You just capture SCPs like they're fucking Pokemon. What does that mean? You get them from doing certain tasks. You get the paper boys by looting some fucking garbage, and maybe you'll get a paper boy out of that garbage. You defeat a boss, maybe you'll get a item related to the boss. I got my little squishy boy that's just a SCP that keeps you topped up on sanity and health. And you summon him out for a little squishy barrier. He's a good boy. He's my squishy boy. And he keeps me alive. Because he's the best. And you have your little diggy boys that you send out to go dig some rocks. So you don't have to do that yourself and you can just come back to a bunch of ore. You have a little plant boy. And you can make stuff from plant material and get yourself some living armor. So you don't die. Yes. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. I don't have much more to say on that because I don't know how to get all the deviants that are currently in the game. You just get them from random chance of just looting crates or defeating bosses. Or fishing! I fished out an electric eel. That's my backbone of my power supply right now. Because I just have solar generators. Yep. Sad times. Do your best work, Zappy boy. Now, what else is good about the game? You might be thinking it's free to play, so what's the downsides with the monetization? Actually, not much. Monetization in this game is actually pretty good. You got your battle pass. You get your battle pass tiers very easily just by playing the game. You get XP in the game, you get XP for the battle pass. And they might change this at a certain point because you get tiers very easily. I am currently only level 30. And my tier is 45. Yes. How long have I been playing this game? Over the course of 4 different days. I have put 27 hours into this game. Yes, I am crazy. I am also crazy because one of the reasons why I'm making this low effort is because I worked full-time in retail. I'd rather be playing this game without, other than editing and finding footage for this game. Because I'll be honest. Game doesn't look very fun if you just look from an outside perspective. Melee combat, even though it's very effective, looks jank as shit. I mean, it's very funny when I could take my axe, slam it on the ground, and hit an enemy that's over by my car. Do I know what happened? No. That's one of the perks of the game. I don't read the item descriptions, and just magical things happen. So anyways, it's very fun to hit an enemy and have them hit their ass on the ground from a shockwave and do max damage. Like you're just smacking them with the blunt end of the axe. It's very fun, very entertaining. You go from town to town, smack some enemies, loot everything there, and come back to your base and drop it off. Weight is a non-issue in this game. You just come here, drop off all of your items, go out in the open world, and loot more stuff. If you go overweight, you can still run around. It only drains stamina at a very slow pace. It's a very non-issue. And if you want, you can just bring your base wherever you want. You just open up the builder's menu, slap the Z button, and you can just place it anywhere the world will let you if you don't make a scuffed base that's super big like mine. Or if you don't have degenerates taking up all the plots of land. You're just like laying it down a million camping tents. Like they're deranged. Get out of that starting area as soon as you can. Just beeline the story and get out of there. Do everything you can, grab all those mystical crates and get your blueprints and get the hell out. There's hardly anyone in Zone 2 and 3. Take my word for it. I started out this game when this server, on like the first days it was out. And oh my god. People are degenerates. Do with that what you will. Maybe you're a degenerate yourself, and you'll be right at home with your people. But if you hate playing with people like I do, well, you're gonna have a hard time filling out. Oh, it's right here. The Hive. One day I'll have a friend. But today is not that day, because I play the game solo, and I'm happy to report that you can play the entire game solo. It feels like, at least the major parts solo. Game is fucking baby easy. You picked up a game before and you're confident, you won't have any issues getting through the game. As I said, you would go through your mystical crates, and you'll want to grab those mystical crates before the season's end, because those crates contain blueprints. Blueprints for weapons and armor. Why does that matter? Well, you go to your inventory, check out your blueprints, and you see what you make. You see the shiny gun? Can't make that. That's probably in a different area. You're too baby to go over to that area. So you're gonna want to make your basic gun. Your basic gun will keep you alive. It'll go pew pew and kill those enemies downright. Now, the good thing is when you have more of the same type of blueprints, you just cannibalize them into the gun. Cannibalizing them into the gun that you want to upgrade will increase the enhancement on the blueprint, which will be a permanent buff to that gun. So making future versions of that gun will be much stronger, and you'll go through the game much quicker in coming seasons if you just cannibalize all of your blueprints into the things you want. Or you can be a completionist like me and unlock everything and not do things optimally. But the game's open for your interpretation of what you want to do, which makes it good. Now, each zone is separated by story and levels. See the red thing? Probably don't want to go there right now because you'll get your ass kicked. Go start in your baby zone. That's level 12. And the max level is 12. And go over to your other zone. Oh wait. 8. 8. Then 17. Then 21. But levels mean nothing. It's all about your items. And your rarity on your items. So, you'll go over to Workbench. And this is where the looter shooter comes in because you'll get weapon mods from opening weapon chests and gear chests that you'll slap on into a slot of your armor, which will give you buffs. And that's going to be majority of what makes you better or great. That's nothing outside of that. Most of your damage and survivability is going to be coming from tiers. The tiers in your weapons is dictated strictly to the zone you're currently at. If you're in a starting zone, you can make tier 1 things. If you're in a starting zone 2, you make tier 2 things. If you're in starting zone 3... Oh wait, that's not right. If you're in zone 3, you make tier 3 things. Why is that? It's because everything is gated by strictly materials that you can get in those zones. You get shit plastic by being in zone 1. You get better plastic by being in zone 2. You get even better plastic by being in zone 3. Levels mean nothing. You don't get more damage reduction. You don't get more health. You only get more blueprints that you'll be reminiscent of game like Ark or other survival games. You'll use your blueprint points by just unlocking more things down the item tree. That's all that matters. And leveling up also gets you perk slots that you can change out anytime. If you like bows and long-range weapons, you'll slap it into the good thing, and you'll slap the next thing into the thing, and you'll slap the other thing into the other thing. That's all that it means. And every 5 levels, you get specializations that you can only re-roll twice. Or unless you do some seasonal stuff and get another one. But starting out, you can only re-roll it once, then twice, and then 3 times, depending on the week you're currently at. What do I mean by that? You'll get things that increase aspects of the game. That's about it. Most of these don't seem very good. Just get the thing that sounds better to you, and just roll with it. Then cry yourself to sleep if you do get absolutely fuck all. But to get the reroll points, you go into your seasons, your seasonal goal. Right now, my server is in week 2, so you can only do the first 2 seasons. What do the seasons get? You get currency for to unlock cosmetics. And doing a bunch of the tasks gets you other currencies. The Starcrom. Yes. Is very important. Why is it very important? I'll get to that in just a second. I need to claim my thing. The Scarcrom is your gacha currency. There is gacha in this game, but it's all free. You get your gacha from playing the game. doing your seasonal things, getting those currencies from that specific tree that I was showing you right there. Well, you can do your gacha with this, and you pay your points. Or you could just straight up buy blueprints. I bought my nifty handy dandy purple suit right over here. It's pretty good, pretty snazzy. We'll roll into the new season, and I like it a lot. And you can also do tower defense to get your gacha currency. Don't do the tower defense unless you're prepared. You may think you're prepared, but don't do it. For the love of God, your base will be destroyed if you do it at the earliest possible time when you unlock this blueprint. The enemies are very going to be probably like 5 to 10 levels above where you're at. Your base will be destroyed. So, how do you prepare for that? Make some defenses. Don't be afraid to move this out of your base and make a honeycomb shape around it. And if you can't kill the enemies, hopefully you can repair the walls long enough to hold out against the waves of enemies and just cry your little eyes out as you watch your thing get completely obliterated. But it's all for the name of gacha. Now, what's other parts of the game? Well, you're going to be going from the zone to zone, and different enemies will be in those zones. Ranging from enemies that just run at you and hit you like they're straight out of Metal Gear Survive. Yes, they're kind of bad. The zombies are just serviceable, but zombies. Then there's special zombies that charge at you and shoot at you and stuff like that. And you'll get to the enemies that I say that have good hitboxing because they have guns. There's humanoid enemies that just shoot at you in this game. The only ones that you really need to worry about are the elites and the snipers. Don't underestimate the snipers. They hit like a truck. Yes. So, don't be greedy with your items. Well, with your resources. Always make the new tier stuff. It'll keep you alive. Because if you go to a zone, there are two things that are going to happen. One, the enemy AI is going to be brain dead. Or attack you like a swarm of bees. I say that specifically because they're either going to do shit all damage, or attack you like a fucking angry massive trucks and just take you out instantly. So keep that in mind. Don't be greedy. Be very lenient with your resources. Or you'll die. Because the AI will just be standing right next to you like this little derpy ass sheep. Not notice you. Or they'll be across the continent, come at you, and you'll be like, where the fuck they come from? Now, all that to say, this game is pretty good. And it might just be for you. And you can lose your time on it. And you should try it. All the negatives aside and the weak resets, which they hopefully change, and enemy AI being kind of iffy at times. It is very fun. It is very fun to run around, shoot things, and just overall, just lose your time in it. But we're going to ignore the story. Yeah, I'm not even going to touch on the story. The story's fucking trash. And that's where I say, like, the devs had turned their brains on and off. Because some of those side quests, I'm going to spoil one right now. I found a fucking clown that was doing a Russian roulette game, and it was fucking cool as shit. I was like, oh shit, we're getting into something cool, something unique. I got out of my chair, go open the door, turn the switch off, and that was the end of the quest line right there. I was like, wow, that had so much potential. And it was stupid as shit. So ignore the story. Ignore the story and have fun with the gameplay. That's all I have to say on this. Go out and enjoy Once Human. And ignore the Steam reviews. Because people can't read the UIL, or terms of service, to know that the things that they're worried about doesn't apply to them because they're not in the countries that apply that make them enter that kind of information. Ignore them. and have fun with the game. If it's for you. It's On Hill Gaming, and signing off. And if this review sounded very disjointed, not cohesive whatsoever, because this is take 2. Take 1 had no audio. That's the true low effort right there. Goodbye.